Hello and welcome back to On the Workbench. Today we're taking a look at the Astro Pneumatic 3082 Tire Inflator. It's advertised as a TPMS Dial Tire Inflator stainless steel hose from Astro Pneumatic. And so when you open the box, what we find inside is we've got a warranty card and product registration information. We'll set that aside, and then we have our tool, and that's it for what comes in the box. At the bottom of the tool, the first thing we'll notice is there is no actual connector. This has a female receptacle in the end. There is a little plug there that you'll need to remove. And so this has a nice rubber overmold grip and a very large dial. Let's take a look and see how large that dial is. That dial is 3 inches in diameter, so very large and easy to read. And this is delineated very clearly from 0 to 65, so you can see exactly what the pressure is in your tire, and then press the handle here to be able to inflate it accordingly. So then on the back there's an adjustment screw here and this nice stainless steel whip hose. The stainless steel whip hose that comes with this measures approximately, when it's all stretched out, that's going to be about 20, I think that'll be about 24. There we go, about 24 inches long when all stretched out. And so one of the features on this that I like is this clip on the end. So if you take a valve stem, this is just a valve stem not inside a tire, I can actually take this Astro tool and then clip it onto the valve so there's a positive connection. No fuss, as opposed to my older tool, which is the traditional flex end double tip. This is good for dual tires on large trucks. And with this, you have to get it lined up just right. There's a little bit of wiggle room for how this goes over your tire valve so that it can move around. And so one of the reasons why I went with this, there's a blue version of this tool that gets rebranded, and it seems to be a lot more popular than the black one. That's it. And the blue one is actually a digital tire gauge. I'll put a link to that one below. And the reason I went with the analog one is the lack of batteries. There's no AAA batteries, because the latest blue one has AAA batteries. The older one has some button cells that were a pain to change, but by having no batteries, this makes me happier. It's one less thing that I have to worry about going wrong. When I think about air tools, I usually choose air tools so that I'm not dealing with batteries or power issues or anything, that the only power is at the compressor. And so all I have to do is put this on. This fits very nice in the hands. It's got a great feel on it. And so then all you have to do is just then pull the trigger to be able to inflate it. Pull it a little bit and you can deflate it. But more importantly, this will clip on, and then that gives a positive lock. So let's go take a look at this in action on a vehicle. So now over at the vehicle, I can remove the cap off the tire, and then I'm going to take the clip in here and secure this onto the threads just like that. And then now using the tool, I can read that right now the pressure on this is about 28.5, and this should be at 32. And so if I take the handle here and I give it basically a half squeeze, it'll let air out. Maybe you can hear that. And then a full squeeze will inflate. It shows it at 0 because it's bypassing the gauge. There we go, and we're right at 32, maybe just a touch more. Right on the money at 32, and it's just that simple. You can inflate and deflate to get your PSIs just right with this, just that easy. It's also worth noting that in the packaging comes with an accuracy certificate. Now this is certified to be accurate within 1.2 PSI from 0 to 58, and then within 2 PSI from 59 to 174 PSI. So this will actually exceed well off what that gauge shows, but what's within range and what's common on most vehicles, within 1.2 PSI, which is pretty good. No tire gauge is going to be perfect. Obviously, if you drop this or abuse it, that could damage the accuracy, but with the rubber protection all the way around this here, even if you flip it over like that, there's still a rubber flange here to protect the front of the dial from the floor of your garage. It also comes with a parts breakdown, where presumably you could order replacement parts for this if you need to rebuild this or refurbish it to make it work. Comes with your usual typical warnings, don't be stupid, and so forth. As you saw over at the vehicle, using this tool is really simple and easy and allows you to dial in the exact tire pressure you're looking for with very quickly and with ease for inflation and deflation. On mine, I'm using the high flow fitting. So I usually buy these at Menards. I think Milton might make some of those too. I just went with it because it's black and that's what most of my components are. That'll work with any 1/4 inch size chuck. This Braided Air Line is nice and flexible and doesn't kink or have, yes, there's a little bit of memory in it, but it's not bad and it's certainly workable. The clip on and off, that gives you that positive securement to the valve nozzle, is a big plus for me. The big downside to this, and this is just maybe more being nitpicky, is I wish the hook to hang this from was not this rubber and actually had like a metal clip or something on it that'd be a little more secure, that I knew that would last over time, as well as some other place that you could clip this just to be able to fold it out of the way for storage purposes. I mean, you can sort of jam this through there. I'm not going to show that right now, but you kind of can. It'd be nice just to have a little way that you could loop this around somewhere and just store this with a little bit better ease than that. But other than that, I think this is going to be a great addition to the shop. And let me get my tire pressure set quickly and accurately, and particularly if you're doing like some of the GMs where you can actually deflate and then inflate the tires to activate the TPMS sensor. I suspect that's what Astro is actually referring to on the branding of this tool. I can't be sure about that, but I know that's definitely one of the features that some of your GM have, that you can adjust your TPMS or relearn your TPMS after a tire rotation just by deflating and inflating across a threshold. And so I hope you found this video interesting and useful about this Astro 3082 tire inflator. If you're interested in this, I'll put a link to this below on Amazon. And have a great day. Bye.